What's going on, guys? Welcome to Big Guilty Cigar Podcast. Today, I will be joined by my good friend Roger, who I just met through the Legion, and he goes by the name of Working Man Cigars. So I'm just waiting for him to join. So in the meantime, I will be entertaining you guys. Right now, I am smoking the Patrimonial by Casa Cuevas. And if you know anything about me, I love Casa Cueva cigars, and I really love the Patrimonial. Definitely one of my favorite sticks. You know, um, I think actually before I actually fell in love with the stick, I fell in love with the box more, just because of the family picture, and I'm a sucker for legacy and stuff like that. So you know, well, I'm not gonna review the cigar for you. He'll be on in a second. He just texted me on he just texted me on Instagram saying for me to drop the link to him again. So I just sent him the StreamYard link again. So I'm just waiting for him to show up now. So once he's on, hey Tony, you should be on standby because you might be in an emergency call up. So you know, um, so in the meantime, you know, while we're here waiting for our guests, you know, like let me know what you guys are smoking right now, what you guys are, if you're pairing anything with your cigars, what you're smoking. So this way I can get an idea of what you guys are smoking tonight. Like I said earlier, I'm smoking the Patrimonio by Casa Cuevas, one of my favorite cigars, and I felt right. Yes, Tony, you're always on backup. Listen, know what? You're like a pitch hitter in baseball. You know, like like it's a like when it's a bomb and a knife inning and you need somebody to come up and step up in the big moment, you come through in the clutch. Atabay Black. Eric, I just want you to know I hate you so much. And the reason why I hate you so much is because of the fact that you put me onto that damn Byron. And Byron cigars, both of them that I smoked were just fire. But there's no way I'm paying $37 for a cigar. But the Byrons were off the chain. Like I really, really enjoy those cigars. So, give me a couple more seconds for our guests to arrive. I sent him the link on Discord also. So hopefully here's one of the links soon. We get this rocking and rolling. Oh, Tony, what are you smoking, Tony? Oh wow. Yo, what's going on, man? How you doing, man? Oh, the smoking the RS88 Lancero, one of my favorites. But my favorite size in that cigar is the Robusto. That's my favorite cigar size in the RS88. Or so not RS88, but the Love and Passion. My favorite is the Connecticut in the RS88 Lancero line. Mm. Tony, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would butcher that name. Welts Smurs. It's like never heard that cigar. I don't know if it's a cigar. Welts Smurs. I have no idea what that is. Like real talk. But you know, I keep looking down on my phone to see if my boy hit me up. Hopefully he don't stand me up, which is fine. I just have to go and do a solo, so that's okay. Oh, it's pronounced Welchmer. Ah, okay, okay. So is that a cigar company, or is it just like some Welch's grape juice or something? If you guys know, so if you guys don't know, Tony and Eric got me on Timu. So I've been on Timu pretty much every day buying random shit. Like I don't know if you guys can see the hat, but if you guys are Simpson fans, you can see my boy Homer. So that's the new hat I copped on Timu that came in because it pretty much described myself on how I sleep at night when I'm here by myself. You know, well, it's too late now, Tony. It's way too late now. Like that's the problem. Now it's way too late. Like now Timu is in my blood, and and now I'm buying stuff on it every day. Like I'm buying 50 million hats. I got so much stuff coming to my job. It's like not even funny. Like the mail room is just like, yo, like how many packages are you gonna have come a week? Yeah, Timu is wild. Timu is like the wild wild west. Like because you can get everything you want for like a fraction of the price, and then you end up buying random shit because like this is how the hat was designed, man. Like $3. Yeah, yeah. Like they went over there. They went and bit a piece of my hat over there in China, man. But like like I got a death row chain coming from Timu because SoCal Cigars calls me Baby Suge, so it's only right that I got the death row chain, I'm thinking about getting the death row hoodie, so this way I could really be this way I could really walk around like I'm Suge Knight. So yeah, like well, well, listen, like you don't know what that kid was going through. He could have been hungry. You have no idea, man. Well, if Working Man Cigars is not here within the next maybe 10 minutes, maybe what I'll do is I'll drop the link. So if anybody wants to come up and we'll just do an audible to the show. Up, okay. He just seen it. All right, I think it's coming on now. Like when he comes on, I think you guys should just hammer him for being late. Like you guys should give him the business. Like it's only right. Oh, and just know Wild Side, I said Wild Side, Cigar Side. I'm gonna be hitting you up soon for an interview as well. So just be ready for the DM from me. All right, I'll be hitting you up soon for an interview. So all right, how so? You know what, Tony? Like this is not a chat I can have over like you chatting. Like I need you up here to explain the whole Timu thing. like front and center, it'd be a lot easier for me to understand because like you know all the numbers and how everything crunches up. So you know, like now you're making me feel. All right, so Tony, so you won't stay long. All right, let me just invite you up for a second so you can explain Timu. All right, I am smoking the Casa Cuevas Patrimonial. All right, explain this real quick to the people,
Hey
Tony.
guys, I'm Working Man Cigar. I'm here right now because sorry I'm late. I just
Yes,
couldn't
yeah,
make it on time, but I'm here right
exactly.
now. What's up, guys?
What's going on? So explain the whole how the process of Timu real quick.
Well,
While
it's
while we
not
wait for
really a
Roger.
process, right? It's not really a process. So if
Okay.
the thing you got to understand is similar to like what Amazon does is that they lose a lot of money in the very beginning, try to get customer, try to get people to have account. So they have everybody's
Yep.
email so they can send a bunch of ads. They literally tell the companies that are making their stuff that they had to make it below cost. They had to sell it to them below cost. And then so that they can have a future chance of getting, actual product at a certain price once they get big enough. So
Mhm.
whatever you're buying right now is
Yeah.
them paying for your information, figure out what you like, figure out what you need to buy and all that stuff. And that became a database. And then eventually you just sold your life, right? And then they know
Mhm.
everything about you, just like Amazon. They know everything about you. They know you need diaper before you even know you need diaper. It's one of those things. So Timu is dangerous. Once they get big enough like Amazon, they know everything that you know. Like it's like Google, right? They know everything that you know. They know all your deepest secret. They know what
Yeah.
website you go to. They know what porn you're watching. They know everything. Same thing. So Timu is gonna know
Oh,
everything you know. Like wherever you buy, what kind of hat you wear. You like missing a chunk, they give you the missing chunk. So from now on, it's all gotta be like hats that's missing a chunk, and all kind of stuff. That's how you get.
a cigar side. I'll know what like I'll let you join. So I'll be cheaper. I will let you join the Legion for 500. You know, I'll undercut Roger and put you in for 5.
But but Roger told me he had to spend more than $1,000 first. I
Yeah. So
didn't know we were selling membership now.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, so Roger is having trouble logging on.
Roger has some explanation to do once I hop off
Mhm.
and he on hops on.
Yeah.
$1,000. Shouldn't you charge 10 and settle for somewhere
Mhm.
in between? Like five,
So
like
all right. So for Cyber Monday, we'll do it for 250.
$250,000 right now,
Yeah.
French price. Here we go. I'm hopping off.
Yup,
I'm gonna
yup.
watch on the side.
What's up,
All right.
guys?
See you
Well,
guys.
hey, hold on, Felix. Hold on, Tony. You can't leave yet. Hold on. He has to get some kind of punishment for his tardiness.
Roger, you have to explain this. Roger,
Fearless
Sorry,
leader.
man.
you have to explain this, okay?
Yeah.
Why is our membership only worth $1,000? Should have been
Why is
more.
what is it?
Why is the Shadow Smokes Legion membership only worth $1,000? It should have been way more.
$1,000. Who gave it that value?
Cigar Side says that he's been
Oh.
trying to join. You offer him $1,000 first. $1,000 too little, man. $1,000 too little. But I
No.
think
No, you know what?
since you're late and I jump in for you, you owe me some cigars, right?
Yeah,
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 definitely,
there you
Tony.
go.
Definitely. Don't leave yet, Tony. Help me. Hold on, man. I'm not done. I don't know how to. I'm so stupid when it comes to technology. I can't hook up my headphones. Damn it! How did I do this last time?
If you go
Uh
to setting on the very bottom, you can set where audio is, and then you just have to look for your speaker, and the speaker should go to a headphone.
Okay.
Come on, man. Anderson, why do you have to make this so hard?
I am innocent right now. Okay,
No, absolutely guilty.
I am
Absolutely
innocent
guilty.
right now.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry, man. It's just damn, dude.
You got it? I'm hopping off. I'm gonna listen on the other side. See you guys.
You know, you see, you get you, Roger. You get me in trouble.
How's that?
It's good. It's good.
Okay,
You know,
can you hear me good? Damn, man, this thing.
I hear you fine, dude.
I got it's been slow lately, right? Like the last few days, and
Yeah.
today it was freaking busy at work, man. And
No,
I
that's no
couldn't.
problem at all,
I'm
man.
like, oh my god, dude. Of course, I'm trying to get home, and it's like, of course, today of all days is gonna be busy. That's how it goes, though, right, man?
Yeah, always.
What time is it right now? Where you're at?
9:45.
9:45. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You stay up late, huh, bro?
No, you know what? I'm staying up late for you, man.
Damn, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, dude. I'm sorry about being late, dude. I'm not usually late.
Listen, it's all good, man. It's all good. So let's start this off right. So now that Roger is here, now we can actually go. Welcome to Big Guilty Cigars podcast. Today I am joined by my man Roger, Working Man Cigars. So Roger, if you want, give you people an introduction to you, your channel, and how you started your YouTube channel.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, thank you for asking me to come on, man. Like, I've watched your podcast a few times, especially I actually seen it in the past, man. I wasn't too sure that it was yours, but I remember you look kind of familiar because when I would see you on Sanjay's lives. But I was seeing on his lives, man, but I didn't recognize that was you, dude. And then after I got to know you, I'm like, oh
black.
shit, that's innocent. See, because the contradiction, bro. The contradiction is
I'm black. I'm Black Sanj.
It's big guilty, but then you're innocent. So like there's some inner turmoil there right there, bro. You gotta explain that to me.
Yeah. So like doing the podcast with Rob and Sanj and Angel. It's fun, man. And also too, we just helping those guys out. It's helping our family. So
yeah, man, that's dope, dude. Sanjay shop is close to you?
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes from me.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah, so actually, but before I came home, I was there.
Oh, no shit, nice. But is that something like if I had a shop like that nearby, I'd probably be there every day, man.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, you got the DuPont lighter. Oh shit!
I can never use it though. A gift, bro. I don't have they were making fun of me the other day, bro. Everything nice. I never bought it, dude. It's always been.
All right, let me pull out my.
Hell yeah!
I got to pull out my DuPont just for this one. That was gifted to me.
Same here, dude.
Yeah. So
what are you smoking today?
I'm the Patrimonial, man. My baby, man. This is one of my favorite cigars.
That's a great cigar, dude.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I barely got to try it the other day because Eric sent me a bomb, and it's such a good cigar, dude. It was a really. It
really is. So what made you want to start a YouTube channel?
So it's like dumb reasons, right? Like initially, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel for plumbing because that's
okay.
That's my job, right? Like I'm in service plumbing, which is completely opposite from like construction plumbing, right? So a lot of people think plumbers, they think of like working on a house and doing construction. It's not like that. So service plumbing is like who you call when you have a house and things break. These are the guys that come. Usually they're supposed to smell good, look clean, be presentable. You're supposed to trust them in your house. So it's like a big difference. And I'm super passionate about that trade, bro. Super passionate. So I wanted to start a page about that, but that is one of the most criticized things is the trades. So if you try to do if you try to do like a if you try to do like a video on trade work,
Yeah.
everybody's gonna criticize your work. So I've always been scared to do it. So I remember thinking cigars are cool. I like cigars. Like I kind of want to start a YouTube channel. I'll try with that. But the number one reason, bro, if you and Sanj heard this, he fucking flipped, dude. The number one reason, can we cuss on your podcast,
Of
dude?
course.
Try not to cuss so much, dude. I
No,
speak.
fuck that shit, man. Let that shit rip.
All right. So one of the main reasons was because I wanted to go to PCA, dude.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I wanted to go to PCA, so I was like, oh, if I could be, I don't care. I would have paid the $450 to be able to go, dude. But
Yeah,
you have to be media or whatever. So I thought, man, maybe
yeah.
if I have a YouTube channel, they'll let me in. That was one of the main reasons, bro, that I wanted to start a page.
You know what? Like, I think like you know, like for myself, I really wanted to start a YouTube channel and podcast just because I like to hear people's stories
Yeah,
because everybody has a story,
that's dope. Yeah.
you know. So I like hearing people's stories, their upbringings, their trials and tribulations, what they've been through. So I like that kind of stuff. So you know, and I really just want to give people a platform to express that. But you know, cigars is another way, and also too, just being able, just having the ability to get you know, blend like getting blenders on, getting reps on, getting brand owners on. That right there is, you know, kind of a cherry on the top because you're like, wow, like you're actually getting their time.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, from that, you know, and then from there, I think the other hard part is really doing your research and finding ways to get them to open up. You know, like because you want them to be comfortable because and that doesn't happen within 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you really want them to get, all right, you know what, like he's cool, I can trust him. And then they'll go into stuff and you want to get stories out of them that other people don't have because they pretty much have a script that they go through.
Yeah.
And it's how do you break the script? Where do you find something that nobody never asked? Or how could you compare it to your own life? You know, because it's like, oh, it's like, all right, well, you know, this person grew up in this environment, you know, maybe I grew up in something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Or or you hear where they're from, you do research on where they're from, and you kind of ask questions on, you know, what it was like, you know, growing up there.
Yeah.
So this way you're not getting the same cookie cutter cigar questions. It's like I want people to know you and not just the your cigar brand.
Yeah.
So
Who do you think you've had the deepest kind of connection conversation with when you did that?
oh man. Uh I would have to say John Hubert. So I had Rob on for that one. We didn't talk about so the whole time I had John on, we didn't talk about cigars at all.
No way. Huh.
Sanj
Hey,
came on. Sanj came on for a second, and they spoke about cigars.
yeah.
But when me, but with the time that me and Rob uh and John were on, we spoke about everything else. Just about his growing up in LA, the music in LA, longboarding, you know, everything else besides cigars.
Where's he from?
He's from West Coast.
So you guys did it like
L-
this?
yeah,
Have you ever
yeah,
interviewed anybody in person?
yeah.
Who was that?
What happened?
Who was that
Uh,
that you interviewed in person?
the only person that I actually had in person was Sanj.
Sanj.
Well, you know, because Sanj's right there. But
Mm-hmm.
the hard thing about that right there was an interview. That right there was probably a interview that was the hardest. And the only reason it's the hardest because I know Sanj, I know his story, I know everything about him already. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like I've heard almost every interview that Sanj is on because I'm at the shop when he's doing it.
Yeah.
So it's how do I get different answers out of him? You know,
Yeah.
and what can I get him to open up about? You know, so like trust me, like I was supposed to interview Size 3 years ago, and I just
No way.
and I just interviewed him for the first time 2 weeks ago.
How long have you been doing your podcast for? Because I've
Uh,
I looked at them a few. It's like maybe 4 or 5 of them back, and I haven't gone into any of them past that.
So you want to know who my first guest was on a Big Guilty
Yeah.
Cigar podcast was?
Mm-hmm.
Tony the Soul Sauce Assassin.
No way. How long was that? Because I just seen the recent one you did with him.
So Tony, so I had a podcast before this with Rick called Sticks and Fire Cigars. Certain things happened, and certain things happened. So I was like, all right, I really want to wait for him. And Tony kept pushing me to start my own channel.
I heard
And
that when you guys were at the this is before the trip, right, to Miami?
Yeah. Oh wait, this is way before that.
Oh, okay. I think you guys were talking about, you did an interview with him post the Miami trip.
Yeah.
And,
yes, I did. Yeah.
I heard him telling you, like, just do it right now. And you're like, right now? He's like, right now.
Right now.
That's dope,
And
dude.
Tony's like, yo, yes, I do have the Mega Jet. This guy right here. Well, my green screen, so you can't see it because this right here is green. But Tony's like, no, we're starting it right now. And I'm like, all right, well, what do I call it? And I'm going through names and I'm thinking, and within 5 minutes I go. So my youngest son, his PlayStation name is Big Guilty. That's his username on PlayStation. So it was kind of a homage to him.
That's dope.
So I stole his name.
I thought you had some inner turmoil there, like Big Guilty, but then you're innocent, and it's like, why is this contradiction?
I stole it from my son, and he goes, "Really, Dad? Really?" And he sees the name. He goes, "Yo, you jacking my style. I'm Big Guilty. You stole it." I'm like, it is what it is. So
your son's 17, right?
16.
16. You guys get along like that? Like you guys are pretty cool.
Listen, like I'm his best friend and his worst enemy.
That's cool, dude. That's deep though.
Because at the end of the day, I'm always gonna be brutally honest with him, but I'm always gonna be his biggest supporter. So it's a mixture of, I'm always gonna be rooting for you, but no matter what, like when you fuck up, I'm still gonna be right in your neck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's one of those things where I'm just showing my son that every time the Big Guilty podcast comes on, he can say, all right, well, my dad stole my name.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Tony was like, we're doing it now, and it just happened, and we did the first episode, and then from then on, it just kept going, and I felt like it was gonna be hard because it was a restart. The old channel was around maybe 1,600 subscribers, so it was a lot easier to get 1,600 for a cigar channel is good numbers.
Great, dude,
yeah. So to get other brands on, it's kind of easy when you say you have 1,600 subscribers on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
So just going back and and people just willing to give me their time with me having such a small platform. I'm grateful for it.
That is dope, dude. You know what? That's what I've noticed about the cigar community. I was talking to this about Tony, and then am I super dark, or is that just my what it looks like on my screen?
It's super dark on your screen, but it's all right if you. Yeah.
I didn't get all my stuff set up, dude. I'm telling you, I was on a job, and I'm like, okay, I'll be out of here quick. And
don't worry about it, man.
I was like, man,
that's better.
All right, cool. So I was talking to Tony about, because I know that Tony's been in the cigar community for a long time, bro. But so have you, right?
For about 3 years.
Mm.
As far as doing YouTube stuff like that.
But you're around Sanj, bro, so you probably he probably has insight to, like, there's a cigar community we see, which is like, the way I see it right now, bro, is all friends and fucking. To me, it's been great, dude, because it's only been in it for a few months. and everybody's been so welcoming. I mean, look at I'm on the Big Guilty podcast, bro. Like,
Yeah,
it's
well,
crazy, dude.
I'm a regular dude. I'm not
To me,
no
this
big
is
dog.
sick.
You know, I'm not no
Yeah,
big
but I
dog.
posted on Instagram. People were like, "Damn, watch out, bro!" Like, hell yeah! And I thought, hell yeah, dude. Like, I'm super pumped, bro. Like,
Yeah,
so to me, everybody's been so welcoming and so
yeah,
cool, dude. And again, dude, Tony has a ton of subscribers. Eric
yeah,
has a ton of subscribers, bro. You know,
yeah.
but they're cool people, bro. So I haven't seen the other side yet. I've seen a little bit of bitterness, but between some channels. But dude, I was telling Tony yesterday, it's like, bro, I come from watching like red pill content because I
Yeah,
consume a
oh
ton of
yeah.
content. Bro. So like,
Hey,
you,
hey,
you ever watch
hold up.
Fresh and Fit?
Hold up. Rest in peace to the Godfather.
Rest in peace, bro. Kevin Samuels, man.
Rest in peace to the Godfather, man. So I used to watch Fresh and Fit. I can't watch them no more because honestly, like the chicks they don't talk to real chicks. They talk to these fake Instagram models, and then you know the chicks get on, and then their OnlyFans accounts go up. So it's like you sit there to pay money to badmouth them, and then 5 minutes later you're over here complimenting them. It's like, yo, it's like that's the most oxymoron thing ever.
Hypocrites, bro. Like there's
The
there's a
biggest
lot of,
hypocrites.
you know why I can't judge them too much, bro, is because I don't know what it's like to be single, like, and a young kid in this era, bro. You know, like
It's a
I'm
vicious world.
35, bro. I can imagine, dude. Like these girls are some of the girls they have on, right? They're delusional, bro. Like they're crazy. So, but a lot of the red pill stuff that they talk about is true. Like there is a lot of truth to it. How do I know? I've been married. Well, I haven't been married that long. I've been married like 10 years, but I've been with my wife for fucking like, I don't know, 16, 17. I don't even know. Since I was 16 years old. So that whole red pill thing, dude, does work, bro. Like it is true. I still go through that with my wife. Like there's this whole thing that people think you get married and you just, that's it. But there's work that goes into it. You want her to still look at you like a man. You want her to look at you as her best option. You want her to, so there's a bunch of shit like that, right? So I come from that stuff, hearing those guys fighting with other content creators and bashing each other and hard stuff, to then like Lee Mack complaining a little bit about, you know, EKB and EKB firing back. That's like the worst I've seen, bro. You know?
Yo, K is no joke, man. You know, I would say this one thing about you know, Lee Mack is very controversial. You know, and to me it doesn't make sense. Like, so I don't like drama. But if a person has a problem with me, I'd rather be like, yo, so I'm very like, so let's go. It's simple as that. I don't want to hear no YouTube beef. I don't want to hear, oh well, this and that. Don't talk through a camera. If you have a problem, come say, like, if you're in California, you know, don't go on YouTube talking some shit, because at the end of the day, like,
nothing can happen.
Nothing can happen to you. Like, all right, so it's to me, it's like you're just throwing stones because you know you're safe. You know, talk when you see that person, then say something. Don't say something. Don't say something behind the camera, because to me it doesn't make sense. Like, it's like, all right, if you have a real problem with that person, you're gonna find a way to tell that person face to face, yo, I don't like you. Don't go up behind the camera and say, oh, I don't like you. Like, to me that sucker shit.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like,
could kind of see if they were doing it. Like, let's say you and I had problems, right? And I'm throw out a video of like Bill Guilty's like this and that, and then you hit me up on Instagram or something direct, and it's like, hey, what's up, bro? And I'm like, hey, just don't respond to me here. Respond to me on video, bro. Like, just play the game.
Here's my thing. So I'm not like, me myself, I won't go and like, knowing me, like I won't go and respond through a video. Like, I will literally stalk your page to see what events are close, and see what event you're going to, and then say, okay, all right, can I afford to go there? Yeah, like can I afford to go there?
Yeah. But
okay,
you know, I don't know if guys
that's
do it
not that
for that
far.
reason. You know what I mean? I think some guys do it for like the whole back and forth, which in cigar stuff, in cigar content, you don't get paid, bro. So I don't understand why it's done in cigar content, that's why I think it does. I don't see it much, right? I haven't seen the only problems I see is with like Brian from Pravada, dude, like, which they seem like not serious issues, just opinions. And then but you don't see like the back and forth that people do in like where people are trying to grow their channel to make more money, because you don't get paid here. I mean, even if Limac is getting cigars or something, I mean, man, that's a lot of problems to start with people just for that, bro. Like, so that's why I think his stuff is strictly envy, bro. I think his stuff is strictly envy.
Well, of course, I think it's a lot of envy, and at the same time, it's like most of these guys, they have families. Like, okay, I got a family, but most people aren't gonna go and like most people aren't gonna go and face that problem head on. And it's like, all right, so like YouTube beef is one of those things where people think controversy creates views.
Yeah.
It's like it's like that whole Abba and Preach versus Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
But what did Preach say? Nah, I don't want no more camera talk. Like, I'm gonna come to Miami. And he flew to Miami. And he said, yo, let's go.
Yeah.
Like it's so much easier to hide behind this camera.
Yeah.
Like and that doesn't mean that, like,
but then they keep making videos about him.
You know what? But here's the thing, like it's so much easier to sit behind the camera and make a video because you're safe, you're protected. You can talk as much shit as you want. Like I'm from New York. The most disrespectful thing you tell somebody is, yo, suck my dick. It's on just like that.
No way, dude. Damn.
Yeah, yo, that's how it is. Like, oh, what?
Because I'm trying to think here, it's kind of common to say that,
so
but not in a bad way, right? That's like
on the West Coast, like, what's the word where like it's gonna like pop off, like something is gonna,
if you call somebody the F word.
Okay.
That's it right there. Here, that's like, I think that's the biggest thing.
I think the so like it's a few things over here. It's like so what you want to do? And like once you say like once you want to do, yeah, exactly, like a fair one. It's like, yo, like so let's bless your heart.
Dude, I don't know how you read comments when you're talking, dude. I can't do it. JB, what's up, bro? Like,
yeah.
Eric, what's up, JB? Man, my bad. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how you do this, dude. It's like I was telling Tony, because I'm supposed to work when I get home. Sometimes my brother will be like, hey, dude, finish these invoices. Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna enjoy cigar, finish my work. And when I'm talking to the guys like on Tribal, I'll start typing stuff that I'm hearing Tony or Eric say, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? Why did I put that in there? So I can't multitask like that, dude. You guys are better than I am, bro. I can't do that shit.
Like
Cigar Psych, hell yeah, man.
Like, so it's funny because like I on the East Coast we had a he used to be on the radio on 97. His name is Star. Star was very controversial, but his favorite saying is, he was like, a lot of people talk, but who really goes and throws up the old dick beaters?
Yeah.
Every time he says it, I bust out laughing.
That dude's ambidextrous or what, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
Hilarious, dude.
So,
oh man,
it's one of those things, man, where
hell yeah, Hashi.
Yeah.
Dude, what's your experience in the cigar community though? Like, I guess not. Because you probably hear Sanj talking to other people that maybe
all the time.
You hear bad stuff, right? But that's business, right? Like,
I hear a lot of business stuff, and and one thing is you hear a lot of stuff, and you have to kind of, once you hear it, it doesn't leave the room. and that's the and you gain that through, like just knowing that you're not gonna go and gossip about it, like 2 weeks later. It's stuff that I found out years ago that have come to fruition that I haven't spoken about. Like, and because at the end of the day, like the cigar business in itself is everybody says that they're family.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody will go, oh yeah, yeah,
The companies or like us?
no, I'm talking about like as far as other companies.
Mm-hmm.
So other companies were like, oh, that's my family, that's my family. And like they make it seem like everybody wants the best intentions for other cigar um
Manufacturers
for
or
yeah, but that's not the case at all. It's certain it's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that you hear, you see, and it's just crazy. So it's one of these, it's a real interesting business. And but also too, it's still it's still one of those old school business where it's a handshake business.
really?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I
you
think
know
that there's a cool aspect to that, you know?
because like everybody wants to meet the blender or the brand owner of a cigar company. Like people want to meet Nick Perdomo. People want to meet people want to meet Saka.
Hell yeah,
You,
dude.
people want to meet these people. So, but they also have cults.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like Pete Johnson, Tatawate has a huge cult following, and they just wherever he goes, those people are there. Espinoza has like a mini cult following. Where
Yeah.
if Eric is there, Eric's gonna he's gonna fill that shop up.
You don't think Sanj has that too?
Cult following, not yet, but we do have a solid, very very solid following, and it's growing. It's growing every week. You know, every month it's just growing more and more and more. Like Sanj's his cigars online. Like a lot of people post his stuff online. He probably he has a lot of backing. The one thing is, he hasn't done an event yet for his
Yeah.
line. So
Tony.
um yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Michael,
But
I don't own a cigar company. I wish I did. That'd be cool. Well, actually, I don't know if I would want to. I'm just a
yeah,
degenerate that wastes his check on cigars, bro. But I don't make any money out of it.
yeah. So, but the thing is, since the show's been going on, like here's a funny thing.
The
Like
live show
people
that you guys do.
Yeah. So here's the funny thing. Since the live's been going on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, people are like people are driving from Montreal, people are driving from Virginia, St. Louis. Like if they're in a 3 hour radius, from the shop, like they're like, oh well, I came to visit my cousin, but I watch you guys all the time, so I actually had to come to the shop and meet you guys.
Yeah.
And that right there is kind of crazy because you're like us, like you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they really like uh you know probably out of all of us, probably maybe Rob has uh probably has Rob has a very big following. So when a lot of people come to the shop, a lot of people want to meet Rob, Rob Sanj, and then they'll go, oh well, where's Black Sanj? Where's Puerto Rican Sanj? And most, and
Is Rob
and
cool?
so Rob is cool. Rob is cool people's man. Rob is
Because it would seem uneventful to go meet him, bro. Like he'd probably be like, I don't
nah,
know.
Rob. No, what the thing is Rob doesn't want to sit and talk cigars, man. Me and Rob don't talk cigars at all,
Mm,
and that's where me and his relationship really stemmed from. Is we don't talk cigars, we talk music, we talk, we talk music, we talk cars, we talk, old school rap.
yeah.
So,
How old are you?
we talk. I'm 38.
38. Nice.
Yeah.
And
So,
what do you do for work?
oh, I work for the Hyatt Hotel.
Oh, what? No way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
That's sick, dude. How do
yeah.
you like that?
I've been in for the last 13 years.
Nice. Yeah. I was telling Tony, dude, I'm super interested in like people's careers, dude, like what they
Yeah.
do. And I just think it's cool, man. Because when I was young, you hear everything is now they say don't go to like you don't need to go to college. But when I was young, it was all about you need to go to
Hmm.
college, you need to get a degree. If not, you're gonna be a bum, you'll be a loser.
Yeah.
And then you see a lot of people that do well and
Uh-oh.
they don't you see a lot of people that do well and they didn't go to school. They just work hard and they
Yeah.
found a job they're passionate about, or they just I asked this to the new wave guys and Matt and Cigar Alchemist were like, John, they
Yeah.
said, I don't like my job. We just do it because it pays the bills, but we do
Exactly.
what we gotta do. And it's like that's cool, man,
Exactly.
in life, that's what it is.
Hold up, we might have a special guest.
Hashi, nice, man. I've only
Yeah.
listened to him.
Yeah.
I've never actually spoken to him.
Oh, is Cigar Alchemist a part of the
New wave, yeah.
no, I mean a part of the Legion.
No,
So
no, I don't think so.
actually have to get Cigar Alchemist on the show, and when I get him on the show, it's a good chance that when I get him on, I'm probably gonna have Sanj with me because they already have a connection.
Yeah,
So it's good for them to actually like sit and have a conversation. I think
yeah,
I'm a person that likes to bring people together, you know. So
that's cool, man.
yeah. So that's one thing I feel like always been is this one thing Rob always says is he goes, I don't understand how you're so nice to people. He goes, no matter what, like he was like, no matter what happens, he's like, you greet everybody, you talk to everybody, like, and I'm like, yo, that's just how I am,
Yeah, that's cool,
you
man.
know. So yeah, so
That's why I say meeting him would seem uneventful because he doesn't seem like that, dude.
Rob is cool people, man. Rob is good people, man.
Yeah.
You just like, you know, like the one thing about Rob is you have to just get to know him over time. So
Hmm.
it's like, like overnight he's not gonna warm up, but little by little, the more you're around, the more he opens up to you.
Yeah.
So, that's just how, yo, Hosh, I thought you coming up, Hosh. Like I dropped the link just for you, Hosh. So, you know, but like as far as when it comes to like what got you into your like talk about work, like what got you into your field of work, because my son, like he said right out of high school, he was like he goes, I don't think I'm going to college, like I think I'm going to the military. And he said he wants to go army or marines. I said
Feel about
number
that?
one, uh the only way I will let him in the army is if he tests high.
Yeah.
If he tests high, I'll let him go there, but not he has to go Navy and try to get into the Air Force. Those
Mm.
those those are my top two, just because of the fact that you're not so close into combat. You're
What does he
further away
want to
from
do in
combat.
the military?
What happened?
What does he want to do in the military? Like, but what if he
Oh,
says,
he
I
was.
want to be in, I want to be in infantry or something?
Nah, he's not going. He's not
It,
going.
it's
Like that's like certain people they don't have a problem with their kids going infantry, but for me, especially in war times, I don't think that I would be able to kind of really deal with it.
hmm
And I wouldn't be able to deal with it. His mom won't be able to deal with it. Um
What is that?
Listen, but listen. So Baki is the show that me and my son watch, and it's very relatable because it's like the father's like a tirade to make sure that his son is stronger than him.
Don't they fight each other? Now I know
Yes,
what it is. The guy with the red hair,
yes,
right?
yes, yes. So
But aren't
it's
they
very
enemies?
nah. He just
No.
wants his son. He wants his son stronger than him
Hmm.
because his father was the same way with him. So like I would always mess with my son. He started wrestling last year,
Nice.
but
Oh,
but he couldn't get to practice as much as he should have.
mhm.
And he got his ass kicked. And I told him, I said, as a freshman, I I went 22-4 as a freshman.
No way. Oh, so you were in wrestling too?
Yeah. I
Sick.
went 22-4 as a freshman. Oh, but I said, I don't hear no excuses, you know. you
It's
know,
an Asian thing most. Yeah, man. I don't know.
yeah,
That's the thing with you want your kids to respect your decision, right? Like let's say
yeah,
he's
yeah.
18 and he wants to go to the military and his
I have
dad
no
says no, you can't. Like it's cool to know that your kid will have the respect to say, I'm not gonna do it because my dad doesn't want me to do it.
no.
Not
It's
everybody will have that.
like because here's the thing, like you know, as like my game plan is for him to do the military and then go to a fire department and do his time there.
Yeah,
I think that right there is a great way to after your military career you have a job that you're able to provide.
yeah,
And I think everybody who has kids just want to see that their kid is doing better than they did and that they're providing for their family and
hmm,
they're able to take care of the family. So especially as a father to a son, as I if I it would be so different if I had a daughter. You kind of want her to be with somebody who is successful in that and that can provide for her.
yeah,
So as a father, you really want to instill in them that like you want to be in a position to where you're providing for your family, and that's the role of a father because you never stop being a father. No matter what. Do you have kids, Roger?
yeah. I got two boys.
Mm.
Do you only have one son or two?
My youngest is 11. I mean, it's 12. Isaiah is something else, man. My youngest one is something else. He's the one that I have to really like. The older one is easy. My youngest one, I have to go and shake up and like, yo, get yourself together, man.
But
You know,
was your eldest like that too at that age or no?
no. My oldest was easy. He's swear like he's simple. The younger one is the one I have to really like put my knuckles into and
Yeah.
like no, you have to do it this way. And no, you
See you
have to do
later,
it that way.
Tony. See you next time,
All right,
Tony.
Tony, man, take care, man. So like that's really the thing.
Oh, what's up, Peter? How's it
Yeah.
going?
So
You know what, man? That's the thing with my oldest. My kids are 4 years apart too. That's cool. So my
nice.
oldest is 8. My youngest is
Okay.
4.
Yep.
And my youngest is a freaking nightmare, dude. Like
Yeah.
bad, man. And my
Because
oldest
you know
is
what?
chill, dude. My oldest is the nice one.
You know what the thing is but you're kind of softer on the younger one because the old like I'm a lot harder on my oldest.
Hmm.
My younger one is kind of gets away with murder. Not he doesn't get away with murder, but you know, like because my older, I'm like, listen, you gotta set the example for your brother.
Hmm.
So and so the older one always goes, oh well, you're much harder on me than you are to Isaiah. But you know, I chalk that up to, you know, like I have to make sure you're good first.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're good, then I can worry about this knucklehead.
Yeah.
You know, once you're good, he can see, you know, then he sees how to be successful because you're doing what you have to do. And
Mm-hmm.
then on top of that, he don't listen to me as much as he listens to you. So, you know,
Like Peter
so
says,
yep,
look, my boys are
yeah,
going through the same thing. The young kid, the younger ones, yeah. I'm trying to
yeah.
think if I was tougher on my youngest, on my oldest or my youngest, but
Mm-hmm.
I was always a nervous parent. I've kind of gotten over it a little bit now that they're a little bit older, but I've always been a nervous parent, man. Like I'm ashamed to say I was like a helicopter parent. I would be on top of everything they do, man. Like making sure they don't get hurt, making sure he doesn't do nothing wrong, making sure he doesn't. And it's not good
Well,
for kids to be like that, bro. You know,
well,
especially boys, man. You got to let them
yeah.
learn on their own. But it is hard, man. It is hard for me. It was difficult to let
Well,
him
Roger,
kind of do it on his own.
to that extent, but yeah, it's different times now. Like,
Yeah.
just imagine when we were kids, what we were able to do. Like for us, like we were able to go to the basketball court and be on the basketball court 24/7 with no issues.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, your kid goes to the basketball court, you're like, fuck, like, is he gonna make it home? Is he all right? Is he staying out of trouble?
Mm-hmm.
Is he, you know, is he not making trouble? Yo, all right,
Yeah.
be good, Eric.
Later, Eric. I
You know,
used to uh I used to go to the park by myself, like to go
yeah,
skateboarding with my friend, my neighbor, and stuff. And
yeah.
I would not let my kids go do that, man. Well, I live in a worse place, and I lived in a better area when I was a little kid than here.
Oh,
But
yeah.
still, bro.
Always until Danny Nipper turns the knife into my back. Sorry, I just gotta read that comment. Always until Danny stabs me in the back.
I'm
But
smoking this Crux. Oh, dude, my light sucks, man.
you
This
know what?
Crux limitada.
I haven't smoked that one yet. I'm smoking the Patrimonio by Casa Cuevas. Yeah, but you know what?
What
Like,
are you guys smoking?
yeah,
Everybody,
well,
what
yeah,
are you guys-
yeah, well, yeah. What are you guys smoking tonight? But you know, it's two different worlds, man. We used to be able to, and also too, like we didn't have cell phones.
Mhm.
Like, think about this: you knew all your friends' number by heart.
That's true, man.
Yo,
Now I have retarded level
yeah,
memory right now,
yo,
bro.
think
I
about
don't know how.
like you knew like 15 people's numbers by heart. You know, like you would just go up and just go one by one. Boom, 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 boom.
Hmm.
Next, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And you knew every single body in your clique's number. And you would go, yo, all right, yo, meet us here. If they didn't pick up, you left a voicemail. Yo, we heading over to the park. You know,
Yeah.
like that, like that's just how it was for, you know,
That's
like
true, man.
it's two different worlds. Like as a kid, I would go and hang out in the projects, and my mom like, oh, well, don't be hanging out in the projects and this and that. And but that's where the basketball course was at.
Hmm.
So it's like, you know, like the basketball court was down there. So I would walk right down the block, and it was always people on the court. So it's like I suck at basketball. I'll admit that to this day. But you go and you get a running. And from there you go and you know, you end up playing football or you end up playing baseball. Or like as a kid, if five people had a glove that played baseball, you know, you would have five people that had gloves and two people had bats, and then you would scrounge up money. Everybody would get $1 and get either tennis balls or sometimes like you would end up buying softballs because softballs were cheaper than baseballs.
Hmm.
So you'd be out there playing softball, and all you do is alternate the gloves. So you'd
Yeah.
be out there with 6 7 people. You know, the catcher doesn't get a glove, you know, like the catcher and you know, and maybe one of the outfielders don't get a glove,
Yeah.
you know, but you're out there and you're out there playing baseball, you know, and that baseball game goes from there, goes to a football game. But now you don't see that no more from kids. So,
Yeah, man. Now you see kids on the tablet, dude.
dude, tablet,
Now
Xbox,
I'm guilty for this, dude. Because parenting is tough, bro. Like to be an active parent is tough.
yeah,
It's so easy to just give them the tablet, bro. You know, it's so easy to
it is.
like, here, take this. I'm working. I'm doing something. I work a lot from my phone, dude. A lot of
Yeah.
texts, a lot of phone calls, and when my kids are loud, I have to like go to another room and hold the door shut
Yeah.
because my young's trying to open it. So if I give him the
Yeah.
tablet, I know he's gonna stay sitting down. I know he's not gonna bother me, you know. So um,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That's
But then
hellish.
when you see them just like that on there nonstop, it's like, damn it, man, you know. But I
Mm-hmm.
kind of did that myself.
Well, I think the hardest part is really, you know, oh, that's one of my favorite cigars right there, Peter.
Le
Oh,
Patri-
that's one.
That's really good, right? I really like
Oh
the
my
cigar. A lot
god,
of people
love it.
didn't like it, but I think it's so good. I haven't had the LE one. I think that's like the torpedo one, right? Like the El
Exactly.
Belicoso. I haven't had
Yeah,
it, but
amazing. You know, and like I think. So he has a question for you.
hmm
He says, "Working man, 5 cigar sampler. What would be in it?"
5 cigar sampler. Any cigars like that I'd want would be one would be the and nothing too crazy, right? Like one accessible, easy one. My Father the Judge, dude. Now I love that cigar. I
Hmm.
was just talking to Tony about this yesterday. That my I think my palate had changed because I used to love the Le Bijou, and I don't like that cigar anymore, man. Like I don't know if it was. Well, anyways, see, bro, I trail off on thoughts, but like so
Yeah.
the My Father the Judge one, two would be the God of Fire Don Carlos because I love
Hmm.
that cigar.
Hmm.
Three would be what would be three? Atabey, the Atabey and the Vitola does make a difference
A
because
big difference.
yeah, man, because I've had the shorter see they have weird names, but I've had the shorter one, didn't like it, man. I've had the bigger one and it was so good. I smoked that one twice. The Delcis or the in it, I freaking
Yeah.
loved it, man. So that one, Atabey, fourth cigar would be Plasencia recently that I smoked Plasencia Alma de Fuego.
Okay.
And the fifth cigar would be if I can have anything that's like would be the Roma Craft Sabertooth. If I couldn't have
Mm.
that one, I would just have the Roma Craft Intemperance EC, the Ecuadorian Connecticut. I love that
Mm.
cigar.
You know, like people actually once a week, like, oh, what you guys favorite cigars? But every week for me, it kind of
It
like
changed.
two alternate every week,
Mm-hmm.
just because like you know I have access to so many cigars
Yeah.
and pretty much everything in the shop. You know, I get the chance to try out just because if somebody comes in, and Sans doesn't want to deal with he's doing business. Somebody can ask, okay, like what's a good cigar, and I could say, well, all right, well, I smoke this, and this. What do you
Yeah.
normally smoke? And from there, if we don't have it, I know something that's like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's one benefit, but it also messes up the fact that I'll go from having a 5 this week to 2 weeks later my whole 5 is different.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like if you'd asked me 2 months ago before the new Charter Oaks came out or the new Foundation stuff came out, my like none of that stuff would have been on it.
I haven't
But
tried it.
oh,
It's good.
it's really good.
See, bro, Peter's
Like,
comment. You don't see the 20 bikes. You don't see bikes
yeah,
at all anymore, man.
nah,
You don't see bikes at
nah.
all.
People,
Rarely
kids,
you
people
see kids.
lazy as shit now.
The only people on bikes you see is bums, dude. Like
Yeah, exactly.
rarely you see kids in bikes. But then I also think I live in a steep ass hill, dude. So I live in like a crazy steep hill.
Uh,
So that I mean that's a problem. So I wouldn't let my kid ride the bike outside. But even if
you
I
know,
did, I wouldn't. Not in the area I live, man. I wouldn't let my kid be outside the bike.
you
So
know what, man? Like, I remember as a kid, I lived in Yonkers, New York, for a few years, and before I moved to New Rochelle, I lived in Yonkers, and Yonkers is all hills, so it's all hills, and I remember we used to bet people to ride their bike down the steepest hills, like not knowing that
With helmets or no helmet?
Oh, come on now. You ain't no
No
damn.
helmet.
You ain't no helmet.
Come on.
Listen, like first of all, like there's no helmets. Half the bikes don't got brakes on them, so you use your sneakers for
Yeah.
brakes. You use your
Oh
sneakers
no.
for brakes, and then like that, like the issue was we didn't have anybody at the bottom of the hill to kind of know if traffic was coming or not.
Dude, that's insane, man.
Oh, listen, we were reckless. We were reckless. Like it was straight up madness. But as kids, man, that's what we used to do, man. And then like you were like we would have three bikes, and one, and of course like whoever had like the mountain bike, you would always fight because the mountain bike had the 10 speed, so
Mhm.
you knew that you can go up and really zoom. Peter, man, take it easy, man. All right, man. Have a good night, Peter.
Later, Peter. Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, but
Peter's cool, man.
yeah,
I always wonder what some of these guys are like, dude. Like, because when you see them through posts or something, see, I wish I would like to know Peter more, but
yeah,
people that have content, at least you could kind of
yeah,
see a little bit of well, if they do content kind of like cigar side chats, right, that they talk, or podcasts like
yeah,
yours, you get to know them a little bit better. But people like that just do the weird corny ass, well, I shouldn't say corny content, bro,
yeah,
but like the weird ass shows where
yeah.
they're usually like sponsored kind of
Uh-huh.
channels, right? Like those guys, you never know what they're really like, man, you know?
You know what? And for me, I'm the same person now, same person you meet offline. I'm the same because like I sit, I talk, I chill. And that's what it is. Like,
Nice.
and um it's because I think the one thing is that when you're online, you kind of want to put this persona on,
Yeah.
and you kind of have to separate between being you know the regular person and the pot, especially if you're sponsored, because you're running a show. Then you
Hmm.
kind of, even though I'm running a show now, it's more free flowing.
Hmm.
Like, you have to think about, like, here, like, there's no ads, so the conversation is always going from one thing to the next, you know
Yeah.
and tonight, well, I'm actually talking a lot more than usual. Normally I let my guests, I'll just feed them questions and let them just you know
Yeah. But
talk.
it's a real conversation, like I hate
Exactly.
those in video ads, bro. Like, man, I hate those, dude.
Well, because it can really kill the flow of a conversation.
Yeah, and they're corny, bro. Like they well, I'm talking about the really corny ones. Like I was just talking to New Wave about this, where when I was on that show, where I was telling him how I was listening to Saka interview because I wanted to hear him talk about the Wagashi cigar, right? Because I was really interested in that cigar. And you hear them like, okay, let's do the segment of guess that tune, and they like play a little clip
Mhm.
of a song. Bro, that is cringy, dude. Like,
Yo, like, man, yo, listen, man, yo, you gotta find a way to get me on your boys' new waves podcast, man. I think
mm,
I'll go on with those boys for a little bit and chop
I
it
will,
up.
bro. I'll tell them, dude. I'll let them know for sure because they always want guests on there. It's just
Yeah.
I honestly I don't talk to them. I talk to them a bit. I talk to Michael a lot. I talk to John, just like little comments, and then I talk to
Mhm.
Matt because Matt to me, bro. Matt's super cool, bro. He's super erratic, dude. He'll like send like 3 1-minute voice on Instagram, like
Yeah.
about random stuff. Like, so I
Yeah.
can relate to him a lot, bro, because the way he thinks is he jumps from subject to subject on accident.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I love talking to him, bro, because I'm the same way. But I don't even know how I got on, bro. I have honestly, dude, I have no idea how they asked me or why. Or I'm super grateful though, because I was like, it was kind of like out of nowhere, and I thought, are you guys serious? Like, hell yeah, dude, I'll definitely do it because I love their show and um, yeah, man. But I know they do look for guests and stuff, dude. Like, I'll
Yeah.
definitely when I'm hit them up, I'll let them know to check out the podcast. So I'm telling them to
Yeah.
see have you on because bro, I'm positive if you were to tell them, they would put you on, bro, because you do Sanj's show, bro. So they're fucking super tight with Sanj, dude.
Yeah.
So they most likely know who you are for sure, dude.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like, you know, like, but you know, like, what was your upbringing like? You got brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I got one younger brother. He's like 5 years younger than me, and then I got an older sister who's like 3 years older than me.
Oh man. Well, we lost Roger for a second. Yeah, sorry. You're good. You're good, Raj. Oh, Roger, you're good. Uh-oh. You know what? What one of the kids might have done something, so that's probably why he stepped away. Like one of the kids was probably doing something and messed up his live stream. But yeah, man, you know that's based like like I was saying, like what you see here is the same person you get in real life, and Tony, you know I'm pretty sure you guys watch a lot of Sanjay's the live streams with Rob and Angel, I'm the same person, there that I am here, except for, I don't got to worry about being harassed, or being being abused by Sanj. So that's the only difference here. So we lost Roger. So if you guys have any questions for me that you guys want me to answer, um, you know, just shoot them out, man. Like I'm always an open book. Um, like hopefully you guys are just enjoying the little bit of stuff that you're learning about me. And if you guys got any questions for me, man, just shoot them out. Like I said, like I'm that's why I'm here. But like just going back to so I grew up in New Rochelle. So New Rochelle is actually in New York. So I grew up in New Rochelle. So I will always rep New Rochelle to my death. That's where I grew up. That's where I was. That's where But I grew up playing rugby for New Rochelle. So this is a New Rochelle rugby sweatshirt. I actually live in Newark, New Jersey now. So I'm actually like 10 minutes from Sanj. So so I live in Newark. So Sanj is 10 minutes. It's the next town over in Bloomfield. But New Rochelle from Newark is maybe uh 30-40 minute drive. It's not that far. So whenever I get a chance to go back home and see like my childhood friends who I grew up with, I always like to go out there and check them out. So but now I'm a Jersey boy now, so most of the time I'm here in Jersey. But you know it's kind of crazy, like just going from being in New Rochelle, like a city where like Newark to Manhattan is 15 minutes. You see, yeah, there you go, man. What? Yeah, where in Connecticut you at? Yeah, I used to always
Sorry about
be.
that, man. My
Nah,
damn,
you good, man. You good, man.
this is the worst
You're
ever, bro. I'm sorry, man.
yeah.
I got my wife's
all
laptop
good.
and it out of nowhere.
You got
It didn't even give me a freaking warning.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm sorry
Yeah,
about that.
Cigar Side is from Connecticut, man. Connecticut is like 20 minutes from New Rochelle where I grew up. So I used to always be in Connecticut. Like when I played rugby for a team out in White Plains, our home games were in Stamford, Connecticut.
Cigar
But
Chats, he's fucking cool people, bro. I was
yeah,
trying to tell oh dude, so you never have you ever watched Cigar Site Chats?
no, not yet. No.
It's fucking cool. Now,
Nice.
um
he was asking about the lesion. That's probably what you guys were talking about before
Yeah.
I got on. And
Oh man,
I
yep. So
invite people, dude, like because
yeah,
I'm still on probation.
nah, that's all right. I sent them an invite. So I sent him an invite on Instagram.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. So that's funny, like, cause I used to always be in Stamford, Connecticut. So that where Cigar Side is from. So I used to always be in Stamford, Connecticut, over at Black Bear. The second I say that, he gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. I used to always be at Black Bear. I love this place called Donut Delight. Let me tell you something. So as you see, my hat got donuts on it. Don't like that's my weakness. So Donut Delight has the best. Donut Delight has the best apple crumb donuts in the world. And cigar you can fight me on that. When you come to Saunders, you drive down because it will if you drive down on a Saturday, it should take you an hour to get to Saunders if you drive in the morning, so you ain't gotta deal with no traffic. But listen, like Donut Delight has the best donuts in the world to me.
How
You
is
know,
that?
it's not
That true?
yeah.
Felipe?
Huh?
About that, Felipe?
Yeah. But to answer you's question, so in January, Sanj is going to is going I so that's gonna be my month to pick a cigar sampler. And so my thing is I like a sweeter tobacco. So this is just a little sneak peek of just a couple of cigars that will be in that pack. The La Perioso, whatever the pastry, whatever La Pesciata, whatever it's called, that's gonna be one on there. The Passion by La Roma de la Cuba will be another one. Um and probably the Cameroon Sanj's RS88 Cameroon will definitely be on that list. So that's 3 out of 10. I can't give you any more, and I don't know what Sanj is gonna throw in there because for my pack, but we'll see. He might not throw in nothing because Sanj still is mad at me, so he might not throw nothing in my pack.
He's mad at you. Why? Because you smoked that cigar while you were eating KFC or eating food?
Yeah, so it wasn't cake, it was cake. I was eating cake, and I seen Sanj's face. I seen his face turn, but it was Patty turned 76, and I was like, you know what, this is a good occasion for a cigar.
What cigar was it though?
A
That-
pre a pre-embargo a pre-embargo Cuban Dunhill cigar.
So was he mad for real? Because when I heard him telling you, I thought he
Yeah.
was.
Oh yeah. Oh, Sanj is pissed at me. He's
No.
pissed. Sanj is pissed at me, man.
Dude.
Sanj is pissed.
Well, how
And,
much for go for though? Because they're crazy, right? Like,
let me tell you. Let me tell you this, man. Sanj has a crazy collection of cigars. Sanj has one of the most amazing. Like he has a room that's insane. So Sanj has, and you know, like he's a true historian of tobacco. And I think the one thing that is much different is his palate is much different from, I would say, me and Rob's palate, just as far as when it comes, because he's used to a older style of blending, and that Cuban style of blending. And if you smoke a lot of Cubans come with a lot of floral notes.
yeah.
And the Cubans that he's given me to smoke were insane.
I like floral notes, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Too. Some people hate floral notes in a cigar, but I like it, dude. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love fruity floral note sweetness, like that Etafel, the Angel Share, bro.
Yeah. So have you smoked a Love and Passion Red yet?
Mm-hmm. My favorite SP.
So now think about the floral notes in that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very floral cigar because that's something that Sanj really loves, is a floral cigar. So the red and the black are very different,
Mm-hmm.
but like if to me, and this is just my opinion, and if I know on Wednesday when I go to the shop, if he sees this, he's gonna fucking yell at me. But I do feel like the red is more of an old school type of roll, similar to a Cuban cigar. Just because of the fact that it has pepper, but it's very floral.
And is it because he prefers the black?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to like
No, 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 no. To me,
more.
in my like he likes both of them.
You just
You
outed him.
know,
No.
nah, nah. So yo, 914 in the house all day. Uh, I think that I like to me, I think that when it comes to like my opinion, I like the red more than the black,
Yeah, me too.
but I like the Cameroon more than both of those.
You know,
So
I've only had the Cameroon Lancero, and then no, I did have the Cameroon in RS88.
and a Toro, yes,
To me, yeah, but
it's so.
the Habano was so good that I
Mhm.
really still have like nostalgia because I smoked that cigar on vacation. I gave that
Yeah,
cigar to a ton of family members, and we smoked it a lot, and I
yeah,
really freaking loved it. So
yeah,
yeah, man, like but the red to me was I smoked the black because the new wave crew usually likes the black more. So I was
yeah,
like, I wanted to like the black plus the history, like the
yeah,
blenders, Ladio Diaz. I was like, cool,
yeah,
hell yeah, I want to like this one, but I liked the red more, and I thought, oh, I at first I thought, but everybody says the black is better, but the red to me was great,
yeah.
man.
The red is amazing, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you know, I think the one thing that Sanj has an amazing palate. He has an amazing palate, and and his history with when it comes to cigars, he's blended a lot more cigars than his own stuff. But he doesn't talk about it.
Mm-hmm. For other people,
So uh back in the day. Back in the day. This is before I knew Sanj.
yeah.
So this is before I knew him. But
I'm smoking this Casa Magna Connecticut that
mm,
Master has sent me. I've never seen the cigars, but dude, look at this. This is a super good cigar, dude. Look, I'm
yeah. You know what?
Magna.
I
It's really
I
good.
I think the world of Connecticut's have changed from your bland bullshit, like not a lot of flavor. Like it's like a golf stick. It's something that you don't have to worry about, that you don't have to focus on the notes. To now, you know, now they're really they're really doing something with Connecticut. They're adding a little bit of spice. Oh, nice. Yo, you just ordered a box of the red. Nice.
What Vitola, you
For me, it's the Robusto. The
I've had the
Robusto,
I freaking love the Robusto, but I hate
yeah,
the time, dude. I hate see now that's why I bring two cigars out now, bro.
yeah.
I'll be smoking two cigars now because
So for me, my favorite is the Robusto version of the red,
mhm.
and just because of the fact that you know you get so like, and this is something that was taught to me, and I'm pretty sure that Sanj won't. The one thing he taught me was he goes, all three cigars are different, but he goes pretty much every cigar is different. It's just you have to smoke them at the same time to understand the difference in all of them.
So how is that um like kill one then kill the next one or just kind of taste them all?
Taste them all. So you light up all three. You
Mhm.
hit one. You hit one. You hit another one, and that's how you go. And you're really able you know um to really taste cigar, like last Friday, I was at the shop, and Sanj, and what he if it's me and him at the shop, he'll really sit me down, and he'll tell me to get a cigar. But this time when I got my cigar, he said where's your phone? I said, oh, it's right here. He took my phone, took it, set it right down next to him. He goes, now turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. He says, for that hour 10, I didn't say a word. The only thing I focused on was that cigar.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no distractions, and you really just got to be able just to sit there and look at the cigar as you're smoking it, and each pull, you're like, interesting. So you're getting more in depth with, because your mind's not going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You're able just to focus in on that one thing, and it was a totally different experience for me. And it was one of those things that was kind of like, man, like it really blew me away. So, like, for me, I'm a very talkative person. So, you know, I used to not like, I would like before that incident, I would never smoke a cigar by myself or be quiet while I'm smoking a cigar. I use the cigar as a conversation piece.
Yeah.
So, just really understanding, the fact that he's like, yo, just sit down and shut the fuck up. And I sat there and you just sat there and just puffed on it and just really just inhale. A little slow retro, and then your mind can just really just play with that and say, interesting. Okay, what did I really taste there?
Mm-hmm.
Like how much, like, okay, I know it's pepper, but is it black pepper? Is it white pepper? Is it, like, does it go back and forth? Does it, and you really can get engulfed in a cigar.
Yeah.
But and the one thing that I learned is, also too, but like that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen with every cigar, because some cigars aren't as complex as others.
Yeah.
Um, you know, like, I tried that with a Perdomo 30-year Connecticut, which I really enjoyed it. But
Perdomo, Connecticut.
Connecticut was real 30-year, the 30-year Connecticut.
Not the
The
champagne.
30-year,
The...
no, okay, no, no.
Go ahead.
Listen. If you give me a champagne, we fighting
You don't like the champagne?
at all. We fighting. You give me a champagne, we fighting.
It used to be one of my favorite kind of go-tos.
Oh
And
no, we fighting right away.
not like and it's not because I really like this, because everybody pushed me to that cigar. I'm barely gonna hit 2 years smoking cigars, but I'm
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
new to this, dude. And when I would go to the shop, right, and I'm looking at cigars, you get the guys who know better, who are telling you, yeah, I'm looking at the Davidoff, I'm looking at the Padron because I saw online that Padrones are great. I'm looking at this, and they're like, don't smoke that, dude. Like, no.
Yeah.
Smoke in California, the cigars are expensive, dude. So
Yeah.
they're like, smoke this
Yeah.
one, smoke this one. And I'm the type of guy, bro, that like I'm a nice guy, so I don't want to
Yeah.
be like, don't tell me what to smoke, bro. Like, no. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you think I should smoke this one? Yeah. And they're telling me why. And I'm like, okay. And then I go and take it. That happened to me so many times, bro. When like I've had the Perdomo. Yeah, man, you want to smoke this? And I didn't dislike it because I couldn't
Yeah.
really tell the difference in the beginning, bro. I know,
Exactly.
but I know that now. But now
So
when
like,
I don't like it at all, dude.
so for me, like,
With
the
that,
Perdomos that I really like are, and it's about 5 of them. I like the barrel. I like the barrel aged Habano. I like the barrel aged Maduro. I like the 20-year sun grown is good, to me. The 10-year sun grown and the 10-year Maduro. Everything else you can keep. But those 5 right there, I can smoke anytime, anywhere.
nice.
Like, I have I have a 12 year I have a barrel aged Habano in my bag right now. You know, that's how much I like that cigar.
You know what, dude?
So
You know why? Because of the champagne, and I
it
don't
can,
like the way they look, dude. Those cigars look so lame, dude. And I know that
you know
shit.
what?
I freaking don't like the way they look, dude.
You know what?
And
Here's the thing, and this is the one thing that I try to
I
tell everybody. Every cigar brand is gonna have one cigar that you like. It's just a matter of which one it's gonna be. And that's the reason why you kind of have to go and experiment and really just just try it before you knock it, because the problem there is that if you don't try it, you could be like, oh well, this whole brand is bad,
yeah,
you
I don't know.
know.
Even the industry killers look better than the damn Perdomo.
You know what,
Van
you know
industry
what,
killers look better than the damn Perdomos, bro.
I would say try the 12-year barrel age Maduro. Give that one a try. Uh, and some which things. So Sans doesn't have the lot 23. The lot 23s that I did have, I liked the one. I didn't like the other one. But you know what? But the good thing about Perdomo is his cigars are very affordable. You know, the only thing that I would hope that he would do is probably do smaller ring gauges. Like, you know, it might have been the Maduro lot 23. That one wasn't bad.
You like
Like
that
the only,
one, or you asking
I
about?
I smoked that one maybe three two almost 3 years ago. So I can't remember it. Um,
Before
you
I
know,
before I knew who Tony and Eric were,
uh-huh.
I listened to a podcast where you were on with them, and it's an older one.
Hmm.
This is when guys were talking about cigars, like, and they
Yeah.
asked which cigars you hate. I think
Yeah.
you remember that podcast.
Yes, I do.
First time I ever heard you.
Yeah.
First time I ever listened to you, but that was on
Yeah.
Tony's podcast.
Yeah.
And I remember you guys were talking about Perdomo, and I remember thinking,
Yeah.
I like that what they're saying, because I freaking hate Perdomo, and I always felt dumb because they tell you don't smoke the bands, you shouldn't care, and I get it, dude. But
You
when
know
I
what?
started smoking, I saw badass bands that I like, right? Like I
Yeah.
really like Blackworks bands, but I love the old school My Father and the Romeo and Julieta
Yeah.
band. I think they look classy, but Perdomo looks, I don't know, I just
You
didn't
know
like
what? Like, don't like. So one thing I'm not is a band. Like I learned right away. Never judge a book by its cover. Um, like, because the band is supposed to be able to catch your eye.
Yeah.
And sometimes some people have some badass bands and some nasty ass cigars.
Yeah.
So, um, like I always say, like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I thought that was one of the boys. I'm like, oh.
That's nearby here.
Yeah. So, I think that, I think, my opinion on Perdomo cigars has really turned around.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that, when you have a bad experience with a cigar brand, it can really turn you off from other ones.
Tell me about it, bro. Ashton.
So,
I didn't smoke Ashton for the longest
yeah.
time because of the first time. Okay, so I smoked the first time I started smoking cigars was just I smoked JM cigars, like those cheap cigars, and it was always like at a party, and my wife does like little decorations for parties, and a family party they use them as decoration, but we smoked them, and I liked it. But then the first good cigar I smoked was on vacation, and it was a Roma Julieta. Number 2, I can't remember, but it was in a tubo, and it was a Cuban. And the floral notes, smoothness, like, dude, instantly I noticed a difference where I'm like, this is great. I didn't know it was a Cuban until like we brought some tubos. We brought like 2 or 3 of them back home. And my brother-in-law likes to smoke cigars, and he's like, oh, it's a Cuban cigar. I'm like, no way. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I went to the cigar shop, and the guy was like, I was lost, man. And this guy's like, oh, what do you smoke? I'm like, I don't know, dude. He didn't work there. He was just like buying stuff there. Yeah. He's like, the dark wrappers, people say they're strong, but they're like the chocolate, it's a chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
bro. But I grabbed that Ashton, the aged Maduro, bro. I freaking hated it, dude. It made me feel sick. It was way
Let me
too.
tell you this: a barrel aged cigar can knock you on your ass if you didn't eat properly.
Well, I had never smoked cigar. That was like
But
my third time or fourth time smoking.
nah,
cigar.
that like a barrel aged cigar to me is definitely not. It's not something I would give somebody that's new,
Mhm.
just because of the fact that it could just really just fucking wreck you.
Yeah,
Like
it was
I
not-
like I'm 0-3 against the Davidoff late hour. I'm 0-3. I got no problem saying it. That shit beat me up every time I smoked it. That is undefeated. So, but here's the thing: the SP Black, it gets stronger at. So if I'm smoking a 7x54, if I'm not careful, that shit right there will get me.
yeah,
Because it's a heavy cigar, and it gets heavier as you smoke it.
yeah.
So
What about what Michael's saying? That the Eroya Dark. What is that, dude? I've never seen that, Michael.
also Aurora to me, Aurora makes Aurora to me makes good stuff. So Aurora makes they make like so even though I don't smoke them, the asylums.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Big
listen, like yeah, like listen, like there's no way in hell you gonna catch me smoking a 7x7, 8x8. Nope,
You see Eric?
no sir,
You see Eric?
no sir.
The video he made where he's smoking the 10 patrimonials at once.
Eric is crazy.
Bro, but he says the craziest shit, dude. In the beginning of the video, he said something gnarly where I'm like, freaking Eric, dude.
You know what the thing like
in cigar community.
so here's the thing about Eric. We went to Miami. Eric goes, let me get a 5-shot espresso. Everybody stopped talking and said, everybody stopped what they were doing and said, and just looked at him. Like, what? The waitress stopped and looked at him. Everybody just stopped and said, yo, are you trying to have a heart attack?
Yeah.
He goes, no. He was like, no, I need a 5-shot espresso. And he's like, and we're just like, yo, you wilding.
Yeah, man. Cigar Side Chats might chime in because I think he loves coffee, but that's a little bit too much, dude.
Sorry.
Love Eric, man. I don't know why from the beginning
don't let me tell you this. Don't believe that. Let me tell you this. Eric will have like 3 of those shits. Eric will have 15 shots in one day. That's why Eric is so fucking wired all the time. And Eric is always going a million miles per hour. Because Eric is so jacked up on caffeine. Like he'll like because she said what I can do is I can give you 2 and 2. And I'll give you 1 extra.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's like, it's Cuban style coffee.
Yeah.
And so Eric took all those shits and put it in 1 cup and took it down like a G. I'm like, yo, you're wilding.
Eric's cool, man. I freaking love
Eric is wild. Eric is wild.
He reminds me of a friend that I've had for a long time. And this is a problem that I was talking to somebody about DJ, about Pig Jimming. Because he was talking about that whole parasocial relationship that maybe some of the people, like when I see people like Mom, Michael, people that are talking to you, like that are listening to us talk and giving, like writing comments, to me, I appreciate them a lot, dude, because they're trying to talk to us, bro. They're trying to be in the conversation.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Right. So I can understand why some people get that parasocial relationship where some people know me. And I do think people that see me, that watch my I do feel like they know me because I say shit to the camera that I would say in real life because you forget that you're recording something.
Exactly.
So to me, it's because I think there's people in the world out there who it's really hard for you to consider somebody a friend. Cigar Side Chats, I consider him a friend. Even though people be like, have you ever met him? Have you guys done this? Would you? No, but I still think we're friends. And I don't need somebody to say we are friends. Like if I were to say Innocent's my friend, and you said, well, we're not really friends, we're acquaintances.
We're fucking like we're boys now, man.
Like I wouldn't just be like we're not friends, we're not friends. I would still consider.
You know what? Now for Cigar Side, this is how I know if we're gonna be cool or not. I need a yes or no to this. Have you ever been to Harry O's? That's all I need to know. if you've been to Harry-O's, put
What's the right?
Put yes or no in the chat if you've been to Harry-O's. if you've been to Harry-O's, just put yes or no. Then I know we real boys. You know, but yeah, like like here's like so. I have it. It's a lot of people in the Legion. Hunts Point, yo. First of all, already, B. I know you've been to Suez Rendezvous before, so I already know. Yeah, I know you've been to Suez Rendezvous, but you know, like I met Tony for the first time in Pennsylvania, and it was just like it was kind of unreal at first because I'm like, yo, yeah, you know it. Uh, you know, damn, I met Tony in Pennsylvania for the first time. Oh man,
I'm having to use my imagination here for that one.
Oh man,
you're right about that, Michael. You're right.
Yeah,
that cigar is great, man. I love that.
Yeah,
you like Tatuaje cigars?
You know what? So I like only a few Tatuajes. I like the pork tenderloin, which is fire.
I like that cigar too, bro.
The T110.
Bro, that was I made a video of best beginner cigars and the T110 is on.
T110 was fire. He needs to do it. Like, here's a problem.
But it's inconsistent, bro.
Yeah.
I know that because when I barely started smoking cigars, I would look at the ash because the ash had toothiness, had the little bumps. And I remember, this is insane. And recently, the ones I smoked recently, it's smooth, bro. They're gone.
Yeah.
And it's the same. It's harsher. It's like, so it just depends. Sometimes you're good, sometimes
Oh man. Like this, like, so the chat has turned left real quick, but like if you over here in the Northeast, you would know. You would know.
What is that? Innocent.
So I cannot say what those places are online, but I will say that the Crazy Horse was my spot back in the day.
Oh, okay, I know what a Crazy Horse is.
So the Crazy Horse, like B and car side and cars and why I don't know why I call them car side. Cigar side should know the Crazy Horse.
Yeah,
but
that's why you gotta be careful what he says, man. You never know who's listening. So
for real.
Call you Innocent or your name?
No, they call me Innocent, man. That's my name, and so big guilty is just the name of the show. So
what about your government name?
That is my government name.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, Innocent Guilty.
Yep. So that's why I said my son calls himself Big Guilty, because he's the third.
Gotcha.
So it's my dad, me, and then my son. So we were all cursed with this name.
That's cool, man.
So
like when you were talking about your son, how he respects what you say. I hope my son's like that, bro.
You know what?
Going through some shit recently, dude. But same thing like family.
It's all about building trust and relationships, and building that and also too, it's a lot of building memories and building stuff that, and like, I think the one thing that I think that they know that they can trust me for when they want something. If I can do it, I do it for them. If they want something and they earned it, I make sure they get it, and I try my hardest not to let them down, and and also too, but I think the biggest thing is find stuff that you both have in common. Like for me and my sons, we all like anime, so that's something that we can always talk about. Like my oldest, we all play video games. We like the older one, he likes UFC.
Nice.
So I can always go and me and him can just pull up, can watch a fight together. Like they don't watch football, they don't watch basketball, so they don't watch sports like that. Like some of my favorite memories, honestly, is my dad taking me to Yankee Stadium, and I would beg my dad to take me to see Ken Griffey. And so back in the day, you used to be able to bring food into Yankee Stadium back in the day before 9/11. So I used to beg my dad I'm like, Dad, please, can we please go to see Seattle? Seattle's in town. Can we please go? Can we please go? And he'll be like, I'll see what I can do. And next thing you know, we on the highway going, and next thing you know, he makes that turn towards Yankee Stadium. And I'm like, and I'm going crazy. And I go, Dad, he's gonna hit two, Dad. He's gonna hit two. And Griffey will get up there and never disappoint. He will at least hit one home run while I'm there. And I used to go crazy.
That's
But
awesome.
it's those little memories, you know, like one other memory that I have too was I remember when I first started playing rugby, and my dad had no idea what it was. I said, Dad, it's basically football. So what he would do was he would come to my games and he would hide his car. And so he would go, he would try to hide the car so I wouldn't see him.
Mhm.
Because for some reason I always play better when he's not around.
The pressure, yeah.
Yeah. So I remember I went and I scored two times that game. Like they threw the ball all the way in the end zone. I got it out the end zone and I ran for like 110 yards, scored. Then I scored another time. And then I get in the car, I go, you see me, Dad, right? You see me two times today, Dad. He goes, yeah, you were just faster than those kids. I was like, oh man, just shot me down. I was like, all right. I was like, don't worry about it. It's gonna happen again. And
So, bro,
those,
say that story and twist it negatively. It's the view,
yeah.
really view it. And
Well,
just
you know what the thing is
the way it's cool, man.
it's those stories that, like I always think like, at least he was like I always say like he was there for those moments, and that those are the moments that I cherish because he was there. And it's hard because my sons, they don't live with me, they come up during the summer.
Mhm.
So now when my son has his wrestling matches, his mother video calls me, and I watch the match like through video call. But after the match, I'm there and I'm like, all right, so I seen what you did wrong. I said, are you gonna listen? Are you gonna listen to me now? I tell you one thing, it's going in one and out the other. And that's fine, because that's just how kids are. Like you'll tell them something, and when they bang their head, they're gonna come to you crying,
Yeah.
So it's like you still have to coddle them a little bit, but you still gotta let them know, like dude, like look what you did, like you did the exact opposite of everything I told you. So what you think is gonna happen?
Yeah.
Because they act like you weren't 8 before, or you weren't 4. You're like, no, like ask your aunt, ask your uncle how I was as a kid, or ask your grandparents how I was. So, but
It's
those
when that dynamic switches, if that ever happens, then it's a problem, bro. Because I idolize my dad so much too. Because when we grew up, my dad used to DJ, and he used to
yeah,
DJ in Anaheim, and he had a little
wow,
nightclub. My dad's
yeah,
always ghetto, bro. Always been like kind of like doing shit like wrong, right?
yeah,
And he used to have a nightclub, and I used to drive with him 2 hours from where I'm at with him every Friday, and then we used to drive
yeah,
back every Sunday because he had two nights. 2 nights he would have the club to
yeah,
himself.
yeah,
Nights he rented it. And so I got to see my dad move people. I got to see my dad. So the dynamic changed now that we're older, and then it's funny that we're talking about this because today, because we were so busy, we ended up bringing my dad back to work because my brother had
yeah,
fired my dad last Saturday.
yeah,
So it's a fucking weird thing, dude. When you look at your dad, like as an employer, like when that dynamic switches, where you have to tell him what to do, and he's fucking up, and you're like, you're not listening to me.
Yo, cigar side, man. Be good, man. But listen, I'm gonna hit you up soon, man. We're gonna chop it up for sure.
Cool, man. Thank you for jumping on, dude.
I appreciate you for being here, man. You know, I think that's the craziest thing is, you know, I think especially with my, it's like, you know, like we're always gonna have a certain respect for our dad,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, and you're always gonna look for that guidance from him.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's the same thing with when it comes to like your grandfather. You're always gonna, you know, because your grandfather's gonna baby you no matter what. So it's gonna be like because he's gonna try to correct the things. Like he's like, all right, I'm hands off. Like I could be the good guy now. Like it's your job to raise him. My job is to come in, spoil him.
Yeah.
So, you know, I really think that you know, like I'm 38 years old, and you know, like certain stuff that my dad says to me, it's still like, damn, like, you know, it'll stick with me for a couple of days. You know, like he'll say certain stuff like, you make too much money to be living the way you live in. He goes, you're blowing your money way too fast and way too much. And I'm like, damn. You know, I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right. I'm like, you're right, Dad. You know, or he goes, yo, like, what the hell's going on, man? Like, what's going on with your crib? He's like, yo, hire somebody to come through here, man. He's like, you live by yourself. Like, I'm like, oh, that's the reason why I live by myself. Nobody come here but me, you know? And so he's like, yo, hire somebody to come through here, man. And, you know, those things, like, you know, and it might be different from you just because you said, you know, like you're employing your dad.
Yeah, my brother.
And you know, like, and in my mind, like, you never stop being a dad. You know, like, no matter if you're 50 and he's 70, you know, he's still gonna you're his son. He still has to feel like he has to protect you.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, in your situation, it might be a little different now because the roles are kind of reversed where you feel like you have to protect him.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
one line. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's an interesting dynamic, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You know, I think you want to hear something crazy. One line that always stood out to me was just like when Tupac said, it always feels good putting money in your mailbox. And he's talking about taking care of his mom and taking care of, you know, like if it's like it's taking care of your family.
Mm-hmm.
If you have it, having that ability to take care of your family and to give back.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, he was like, you know, it feels good put money in your mailbox. It feels good paying rent when the rent is due. You know, and it's his way of saying that he's grateful for the sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and you know, I think it's like my dad is super prideful. So he's not prideful, but you know, if I go up and say, Dad, I'm gonna take care of your car, no, he'll be like, no. Like he'll say, no, take that money and you know, and give it to the boys. You know, and you know, like so like I have to go in and literally have to buy it and ship it to him. If not, if it's cash, he'll just no, take it back. I have to literally buy it for him and say, here, this is yours.
Yeah. That's cool though. That relationship you got with your dad, it sounds cool. And the relationship you have with your kids, man. Like I said, my kids are young, so they're still like young and dumb, bro. They just see me. My son still sees me like I'm a small guy, bro. My son thinks I'm the strongest guy ever, and like, you know, and I like that. So hopefully I gotta keep that going. I'm small yet.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what? Like here's like what's your son's favorite, like what's his favorite show or favorite video game?
Right now, Super Mario World.
But here's the thing. Super Mario is his favorite shit, but you play Super Mario as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So you know about it.
Yeah.
So you guys can actually talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it. You know, like,
bro. Thanks, you appreciate it, man.
you know, like it's one of those things where you really just want you want stuff that you can build off of, as far as, you know, relationships are everything, you know. And now, you know, my son he's 16, he's going through the girl phase,
Yeah,
you know. And in certain conversations that, you know, like, you know, like in certain conversations that he'll have with me, he'll go, dad, you know, but he'll have it with his mom first, and his mom will say, all right, well, so she'll give her advice, and then he'll come to me, and he said, my mom told me this, and I say, throw out everything your mom said.
yeah, bro.
I said, throw out everything your mom said. All right, like,
They
don't, like,
intentions, but they don't know, dude. They don't
yeah.
know.
Know what it is? It's here's the one thing. Here's the one thing about women, and this is not talking about his mom. And this is just women in general. They'll tell they'll tell you to be a certain way, but they won't date that. They won't date that dude.
Yeah.
They won't date that dude. So it's like
They like
you
it, right? They'll like
yeah,
that. They won't be attracted to that guy, bro.
exactly. So you're telling him to be this way, but that's not somebody that you would deal with. So it's like, why? It's like, no, like, let him, you know, be himself. And I'm always like, well, and you know, he's sick, and my son's 16. I'm like, and you know, I told Sean, I said, listen, like, you know, I know you like this girl, but you know, like, you're young. And I said, don't put all your eggs in one basket, because what's gonna happen is that you're gonna end up heartbroken, you're gonna end up sad, and you're gonna end up crying back to me, you know. And
But
going back to red pill talk, my son, the 16-year-old, he loves Kevin Samuels.
nice, dude.
So like, he had a dance, and he had on a suit. So he goes up, he has on the suit, and then he gets the Kevin Samuels music, and as he's like fixing himself with his suit, he's sitting there with the Kevin Samuels music in the background, as he's showing me his outfit in the suit. And I'm like, you something else, man.
That's it. Hey, but you know what? Did you go through that heartbreak when you were young?
Oh, of course.
You know,
Listen, man.
I got to, you know?
Well, here's the thing, man. I'm 38 years old, man. I'm still, you know, still single, you know, still, you know, and that's the one thing too, man. You know, like it's not the easiest thing in the world, man. Like, and then, like, the craziest thing, my son was talking, dad, he goes, yeah, you could be out there, but you know, one good girl is worth 1,000 girls.
Yeah.
And that's real talk right there.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at this little dude spitting some knowledge.
Yeah. That's
You know, because it's not that easy to find it. Listen, a lot of people, a lot of women say they want to be wives because they like it sounds nice.
Yeah.
But a marriage takes work. You know, marriage takes work. You know, it's not easy, and you have to understand that just because divorce is an option doesn't mean that that's the best route to go.
Yeah.
You know, like, because at the end of the day, you can always quit, but why quit? Why not fight? You know, like you see people be together for 50, 60 years. You're like, how do you manage to make it? And it's like, just understanding that you have to, you know, like, you understand you made a commitment to this person. That doesn't mean you're always gonna love the person. But, like, you know, like, like I heard one couple say, we fall in and out of love with each other. Like, we'll be out of love for each other for a something, and something will happen that makes us remember why we fell in love with each other.
Yeah.
Like, something happens to reignite that spark to say, now I remember why I fell in love with you. So it's certain stuff like that, or why I committed to you.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not the easiest thing, and once you find that person, it's very, very, you know, it's a two-way street, and you have and as long as you're invested in it, it can work.
Bro,
Investment is the one thing. As long as that person feels appreciated.
it's constant work, man. It's constant.
Yeah. Exactly, especially with you with the kids.
See, look, like
Because
I said, grandfathers have a way of teaching that gets
yeah,
in, and that's true, man. Right? Because you get the strictness from your father, but then I wasn't around my grandparents too much, but I remember my friend, one of my closest friends when I was younger, his grandpa died, and he was bawling, dude. He was so sad, and we were drinking, and he was freaking out, and I remember thinking like, all right, bro, like that's enough, dude. Like, you know,
mm-hmm.
all right. And he just couldn't understand. I remember thinking, I just don't have that type of connection to my grandfather
Yeah.
to understand that. But I wish I did, bro, because it would have been different. My grandpa was in Mexico, dude. So when you've seen you don't talk to them for years, you see them once every 4 or 5 years, you're not gonna have that connection with them, bro. You know?
Yeah, like I think the fact that my dad is so involved, and but now he's a pillow now, man. He's soft now, man. Like I'm like, oh, you have no idea how grandpa was when I was growing up. You have no idea. So
You hear
you
that?
know,
You hear that?
yeah, like you hit like you hear stories, but you don't know how grandpa really was. He's
Yeah.
nice to you guys,
Yeah.
know? But that's the thing too. It's like, you know, like even though he was in Mexico, and I'm pretty sure you have memories of when you went there and you seen him,
Yeah.
and he's able just to show you, what Mexico is like, and also too is it in its pride. Like, and this is my opinion. I feel like Mexicans have a different set of pride,
Mm-hmm.
especially towards their culture.
Yeah.
Mexicans are they're like, no, they're like, I may be Mexican American, but I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
And that pride comes with that. And it's taught down from generation to generation to generation to generation, where it's like, no, like no matter what, you remember where you came from.
Yeah, man. That's true. It does get kind of watered down. My sons don't speak Spanish, and I'm trying to freaking teach them, bro, because you
Now,
gotta make
what?
dude, but
You
it's
might be able to get the 4-year-old, but the 8-year-old, that ship is sailed, man.
bro.
The 4-year-old, you know, like. But here's the thing: like, we're all Americanized. Like my oldest, he's half Dominican.
Mhm.
Does not speak one word of Spanish.
It's tough, bro. My son's just he's an idiot, bro. I'll be like, because my mom tries to make him speak Spanish. She'll be like, "Can I have Doritos? Say it in Spanish. Dime en español. Can I?
Yes.
That's Doritos." I'm like, bro, a little.
No, that's
That's not Spanish. But yeah, man, that's how it goes, dude.
yeah,
I
man.
want to teach him, dude. Let me run
Yeah, man. But Roger, man, I gotta go, man. It's like 11:30 my time, man.
for sure, man. I wish I would have been on the whole time, but
No, it's all right. Yo, listen, man. Listen, this is the first time. It's not gonna be the last time. So
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate
listen,
it.
man. You know what? This conversation was amazing because, you know, it it wasn't. It's not always about cigars. It's about life, man.
Yeah, yeah,
You
man.
know,
That's it, bro.
and it's a perfect way to vent and
Yeah,
just share stories and have a good time. So
yeah, man.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Big Guilty Cigars podcast. So until next time, man, tell a friend to tell a friend. Peace, guys.
Thanks, Innocent.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
All right, have a good night, guys. Have a good night, man.